Well, it's been a very, very exciting time for people who hold Dogecoin, and that is how we're going to start this video off. I'm pretty sure last time we looked at Dogecoin it was like 10 cent, obviously prior to that it was like 5, 6, 7 cent for the longest time, but obviously in the past week or so, well, it's really picked up, especially today on Friday. Even in the later hours of Thursday last night, we can see the price of Dogecoin going from that 13 cent where it was quite stable, all the way up to 38 cent, and so far today we've made highs which are up at the 40 cent range, perhaps even higher. Let's get a number on that if we can. If we can highlight that, we can see about 39 cent today was the high. That is insane. Obviously if you'd have bought Dogecoin back when it was like 5, 6 cent or even at 10 cent, you're probably quite rich now, and I'm sure that feels amazing. So obviously spend your your earnings wisely. But yeah, tonight we're looking at Dogecoin and all the good things that have been happening, and asking the question of, is it too late? Obviously nobody knows for sure, and I am not a financial advisor, but what we can do is look at some of the facts that we do already know to kind of give a bit of an angle of what might be happening in the future. If you may enjoy that, make sure to leave a like on the video and obviously subscribe to the channel as we talk about Dogecoin and many other cryptocurrencies and stocks pretty much on a daily basis. On top of that guys, if you do want to become a channel member, you can do that by pressing the join button, and of course it would allow you to donate a small amount per month to of course help the channel. And if you have made some Dogecoin winnings, no, I'm joking guys, but if you do want to join it, feel free to. So we're going to start off by looking at how the price has been moving. We're going to use the more interactive charts for this one, simply due to the fact that there is so much to say. And if we do have a quick look on this, it's like, wow, we can just really get a bit of context as to what is going on. Like I have said, even the big growth that we saw back over here in early March and in February as well, that looks minor in comparison to what we have seen now, because obviously the past 1, 2, 3, 4 days have been massively up. We can see that today specifically, we have actually rocketed. I mean, yes, we have a big candlestick wick coming out towards the low side and a big wick coming towards the upside, but so far we are still pushing up, which is good. We're still on the upside and we will remain green for the rest of the day, I do believe. So we have a lot to talk about with Dogecoin. First things first, one catalyst which we obviously have is Elon Musk. You probably already know of him. He talks about Dogecoin all the time, and we've got many things which he has said. Back on the 15th of April, he was talking about Dogecoin being on the moon, or at least going towards the moon. And of course, when Elon Musk does tweet about these kind of things, people do listen. I think this is a little moon icon that he has put here. This was on the 15th as well. So what we can say is that Elon is just continuously hyping this one up. And again, on top of that, a lot of cryptos have been rallying. We'll get into that in just a moment. But we can see Elon bringing a further catalyst, of course sending the price absolutely flying. And that is what we are seeing today. So if Elon Musk does tweet about this one again, perhaps tonight, earlier in the session, or perhaps even over the weekend, we could see the price of Dogecoin continue to rocket and rocket and rocket. Now this is something I have said before, once Dogecoin does start to take off, I think we definitely are going to be on the road, and it's safe to say now that it definitely has started to take off. I think at the current price, we're not doing too bad. Personally, if you're looking to get into it, I would wait a while. And I know that sounds a bit bad because people are going to be saying, well then if it rockets, we lose some of our potential profit. That is very true, that is a very good point. But of course, then if it was to fall by a little bit, we could definitely still get a better price. I think that that is something that we could potentially be seeing. If we can quickly go into the more technical charts, go a little bit lower in the time frame, if it will let us highlight on the 1 day charts perhaps, we'll be able to see that obviously today, the price has obviously been moving upwards, but more recently, if we can move into the 1 minute charts, if it will allow us to. So again, moving into these 5 minute charts, we can see obviously it has been rallying up since we hit these lows earlier at about the 32 cent range. But again, we are looking like a little bit of a turnaround could be coming, and we could see a small dip in Doge prices. Now, I'm not saying that it's going to plummet. Chances are it probably won't. It'll probably only be a small dip if it does dip at all. But right now, it is quite hard to predict where Dogecoin is going. Now, people do think it is going to get to $1. Personally, I do think that is absolutely possible at the current rate. Like I said, we have Elon Musk hyping this one up, and we have cryptocurrencies as a whole rallying. Now, one thing which I find quite unique about Dogecoin at the moment, and this is quite funny if you think about it, Dogecoin, if we can go onto CoinMarketCap and refresh the page if it will allow us, we can get a bit of a context of how cryptocurrencies have been moving more recently, if it will load. So we're going to go to the top cryptos all the way up here. So we can see obviously 1 is Bitcoin, 2 is Ethereum, but that's not the point. The point is these charts tell us what's going on. And when I say the charts, I mean the 7 day charts which are clearly at the edge of the page. So, what are we seeing? Well, let's start off with Bitcoin BTC. Bitcoin saw a strong rally up as Dogecoin did and many other cryptos, and more recently it has fallen, you can see. Ethereum, similar story, bit of a stronger rally upwards and then a bit of a sell-off in the meantime. We have BNB, this has rallied up once more and then it's fallen a little bit, even stronger than both Bitcoin and Ethereum, and that's fallen a bit stronger. Same can be said for XRP, Ripple, that has taken a big rise, followed by a steep fall. And down here we even have USDT, which has obviously been quite all over the place. But what I'm trying to say is that whilst all of these are up and then down, so a lot of these are falling at the moment, we can see Dogecoin is really starting to take off. So obviously in a time where a lot of cryptos are down, Dogecoin is continuing to rally, and this is really interesting. The interest in this one really is hotting up at the moment, and this is something that we probably are going to see continue as news about Dogecoin does continue to rise. I think it's going to be a case of news gets passed around, people buy more, then people get, fear of missing out from buying, then potentially buy even more. I think it's going to work like that for a while, so I do believe it is possible that we could see this one hit $1 pretty soon. And I think going forwards, we're looking at a very interesting time for this currency. Now going back to Twitter, this is a page on Twitter that we have looked at quite a few times. It is called Lunar Crush. It is a social listing for cryptocurrencies. I think that whole name explains itself because, it tells you what they do over there. But today they have given us a quick update on crypto searches and all that kind of stuff. We can see over here that yes, Doge had more social mentions than BTC over the last 24 hours. So of course this is top 10 coins by 1 day social volume. Dogecoin is coming in first. I think this just reiterates a point that I'm trying to make. There is a lot of interest around Dogecoin at the moment, and I can't see this one going away. I think personally, in my opinion at least, if Elon Musk does continue to tweet about this one, and if the coin does continue to rally at rates that we have been seeing, or at least similar to rates that we have been seeing, I definitely think we're going to see Dogecoin pass $1 pretty soon. I think once we get to around the $1 mark, we definitely could see a bit of a sell-off, as all these people who bought in at 10 cent, 20 cent, perhaps even 5, 6 cent, are probably going to be very rich at that point, and probably will be taking profits at the $1 range. But I think then we are in a very interesting territory, asking ourselves what is going to happen once we do get to $1 range, or close to that range. Are we going to see it continue to rally past $2, $3, $10? Are we going to see it start to fall again as people do sell off and take profits? I think that is what nobody knows at the moment, but I think where we are with Dogecoin right now is good. We are seeing the cryptocurrency pick itself up, which is fantastic. It's getting more mentions on social media than a lot of the other bigger cryptos, and this is also a good sign of a lot of interest in the currency. I think going forwards, with this remarkable breakout that we have been seeing over the past day or two, I think there's going to be a lot more media coverage from mainstream media. I think this definitely could make it into the newspapers, definitely onto, some of the article sites on the internet. I think with that, more and more people will become aware of Dogecoin, which definitely could send the price even further up. So bear in mind, guys, at the time of filming this video, it's about 4:15 in the evening. This is UK time, by the way, and we can see that Dogecoin is about 40 cent roughly. And I think it's going to be really interesting to see what does happen going forwards with Dogecoin. We can see today up 200%. That is insane. The question is, can this carry on? Personally, I think it can. I think we might see a bit slower growth, a bit more stable going forwards. But I think initially we have had the big push, which has made Dogecoin be taken a lot more seriously. It's made a lot more people aware of it, and it was a big push like this that we did need to see the currency at least get some more publicity and to see a lot more people buy it. Because I think that a lot of people have been watching Dogecoin for the longest time. If we can quickly zoom out to our 1 month charts again, I think people will have been watching this one when it was back at like 5, 6, 7 cent, thinking, it's not a bad buy right now, but of course it's not moved by too much, and that probably put a lot of people off. I think when it started to get to 10, 12, 13 cent, a lot more people probably bought in. And I think as we started to rally and rally and rally, a lot more people, continue to buy in. And that is what we are seeing today, as people really can see the prospect of Dogecoin getting to $1 right now. So again, I'm not even going to mention whether this one is going to move up or down in the next few hours. I just think it's too hard to predict at the moment. But what we are seeing today is almost 200% gains now for Dogecoin in 1 day. It has pulled back a small amount according to this chart, but it's not bad at all, and it is insane growth figures for Doge. Let's hope this carries on, and let's hope we can get this one all the way to $1 and hopefully beyond. Tell me your thoughts down below, guys. Of course, I do not own Dogecoin if you're wondering. I mean, I wish I did at the moment, but actually I don't, so there you go. That's my disclosure as well. Probably should have put that in at the beginning. But yeah, for those of you who do own Dogecoin, I'm so happy for you guys. I hope you made a massive profit. Please, please, please tell me how much you have made down below. I would love to hear that. Thank you guys. I'll see you all again very, very soon. Goodbye.